Good moment, everybody. Welcome back to Crash Land and Stream. We are at the RTD Union Station today. So we're learning today that RTD, and we're going to observe this, likes to harass or unhouse people with policy. Some of the policies that we've seen recently is, well, you have to wear shoes to be in the RTD facility or ride an RTD bus. What happens if you're unhoused and you were mugged? You don't have shoes. You need to get home, get to a place of safety. Well, you have to walk, according to RTD officials. Another thing is people are not allowed to eat, or drink beverages, open containers. So yeah, interesting. So we're learning today that there's a 10-minute limit to sitting down, it looks like. That's kind of odd. He's sitting in a chair, so that looks legal.
010, 817. That's a beautiful one. Yeah, keep that rolling.
Hell yeah.
Good looking big dog.
Imagine if this was your job to harass our unhoused folks at 7 o'clock in the morning on a 40-degree morning. Oh, what?
I said, what are y'all taking pictures of?
It's kind of obvious. The surrounding area.
Why?
Journalism. Yeah.
For who?
For me. Thanks for asking. Why are you sitting there?
Because I got carjacked.
I'm so sorry about that.
My son died in Afghanistan and I couldn't bend the ground and came this way to live and then I got carjacked.
That's
They
really...
literally jerked me out of my truck.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's messed up because this is what you end up with.
Absolutely.
This is the help the police give.
Would you like to share your story on camera? If not, I don't have to point it your way.
Wait, no, let me just tell you.
Oh yeah.
But no, this is the help that Denver gives right here.
Right.
I've been a plumber for 36 years. I'm a master plumber. I have Homeland Security and I'm bonded. But when my son died, I just kind of lost it.
Right.
And I headed this way because I've built prisons in Colorado and I worked on Coors Field when my son was little.
Yeah.
He was 3 years old. And I did rough ends to top out, and I'm proud of that. You know, I'm the only woman that worked on the project. So I came this way, this is what I ended up. They didn't even open the door. I had a 3500 Dodge Ram on a lift kit. They didn't even open the door. They pulled me out of the window.
Okay.
I ended up in the hospital with 6 broken ribs for 8 weeks. And when I got out of the hospital 8 weeks later, the police and the so-called advocate says downtown Denver's that way. They haven't. So all of my stuff is froze because my identity, everything was in my truck.
Wow.
My pots and pans, my tools, the flag that was on my son's coffin was in that truck. And the truck disappeared. It was on TV. I mean, it was in an area that was recording, you know, but nobody knows nothing about my truck.
That's awful.
And I mean, they valued my truck at $200,000, literally with all the stuff, my tools,
Yeah.
everything. And the district attorney won't even answer the phone. So
horrendous.
I'm stuck here because, like, back when I worked on Coorsville, I have a driver's license. If the police would pull up right here, they could pull me up and everything's there. I owned a home up on Pennsylvania. But they did the fingerprints by ink, literally. They would do the, you know, and then they put them on paper. Well, they've upgraded to the computer system. So my fingerprint doesn't match, but it's their mistake.
Right.
And they won't correct it. So my Social Security, my retirement, I'm 75.
Wow.
And I got beat down like a dog by these 4 guys. No help at all. Nothing. And I don't want nothing from Colorado. I've never had a welfare dollar under my belt. But this, you know, just existing like this, and you can't be anywhere in Denver. You know, you got to move on. You can't be at a church. You can't be in a bus station. You can't, you know. And I don't know how they're getting away with it, honestly, because, like, even this, how you have this many people in here in one bathroom.
Right.
They lock the bathroom up at 9 o'clock, sometimes 8 o'clock, trying to get people out of here. People are cold. They have nowhere to go.
Right. All the restaurants that they were going to before closed, like coffee shops are
But
closed.
they sit right here in these pews. They sit right here and smoke heroin. They sit here and they smoke blues. And they do clear all night long. And literally, people don't understand that all of these little factions that are working here, such as that one right there, when they get pissed off, they go downtown and they'll come back with thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And they sit here and they deal all this shit
Yeah.
for drugs. For drugs. There was a guy in here the other day had 22 leather Versace jackets that he stole downtown.
Yeah.
But you guys are going to suffer the consequence because this is your city.
Right.
And when they're out there stealing, yeah, there's insurance and stuff, but their only thought is to tear up. That's all they want to do. They want to tear up everything that is. So eventually, this is going to cause a total anarchy to happen in your streets. It's not going to just be the Black Lives Matter, which was a farce. That ain't what that was about. That was infiltrated by a bunch of fools wanting to tear your city down.
Right.
And it's still happening. But there's no help. Every ticket, everything illegal that anybody does, there's always a court fee. There's a victims compensation fund. There's victim compensation, literally, to give them money. Nothing. I can't even. They told me they'd give me a hairbrush. I'm a master plumber. I have 36 years. I have never had a ticket in my life. Even what the police pull up is my identity. They will not give it to me because they say it's the property of Colorado. It's me.
Right.
It's me. It will allow me to get a motel room.
Right.
It will allow me to sell blood. It will allow me to go to a dispensary. It will allow me to do a lot of things that you can't do without an ID.
Yeah.
And see, if anything happens to me, I have 3 houses on the beach. I can't even leave the state because you have to have 2 IDs to get on Amtrak. You have to have an ID to get on an airplane. So they've got me stuck. If anything happens to me, everything goes to Colorado.
Wow.
And I can't get anybody to even talk to me. And literally, and I'm a vet. My son was a Marine officer.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
heavy. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry that.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's stories out here that literally would blow your mind. If you're a journalist,
Yeah.
dude, I mean, become part of this. Infiltrate this as one of them. And you will not believe. They got 12-year-old girls in that bathroom shooting heroin. And out here dealing. I mean, out here dealing all day long. There's a lot more going on that you guys don't even got. But it's like I say, they feel that it's their right, and they know during this pandemic that there's no consequence. All of this thievery, all of this, these beat downs, all of this stuff that they're, these fires they're starting, everything that they're doing, there is no consequence because nobody's going to pick them up. Nobody's going to pick them up. There's 200 active cases of COVID in Jefferson County, or so they say. I don't know. I've never met anybody out here with COVID. Never.
Yeah.
I haven't met anybody in the hospitals with COVID. I mean, they're telling us they're dying. They're telling us but I'm high risk.
Sure.
I have stage 4 cancer. I'm 75 years old. I just got beat down. I've got 4 broken ribs, and they show me the street, and nothing. They can't do nothing. No vouchers. I've given to United Way since I was 11 years old. Never committed a crime. Never been sued. Never had a ticket in my life, and I ran a company myself, my own plumbing company.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never had anything
it
like that.
sounds like you're a very productive part of society. I mean, like you said,
I've left my mark in
Right.
Colorado. I worked at the federal prison. I worked at Cannon City. I worked up in Fairplay. And I mean, this was when I was traveling, becoming a plumber. I was a journeyman, you know. I've left my mark. I'm not asking nobody for nothing, but to help me get mine. And they won't even let me have my identity.
that's
And nobody to talk to. Dude, I've literally, since I've been out of the hospital, I've even thought, I'm going to go to the Capitol. I'll camp out up there and I'll knock on every door until they allow me to be me, just so I can get my money. I'll put myself in a motel. I need a bath. I need to be, you know, I need clean clothes, and nobody cares. I need to be fed. Nobody cares. I can't even get in a government office. Never been a criminal in my life. I can't even get in because once you go through the scanner, you have to have an ID to present to somebody to go knock on any doors.
you're kind of held
So I'm
hostage
just-
without
I'm
your
just
identity.
existing. It's a catch-22.
Yeah.
And they're doing that to a lot of people when it comes to the IDs. And every time I've been to a DMV, it's in that computer. I've talked to legal aid. They tell me, you could own Colorado. They have denied you the right to thrive. I've still applied for jobs, which I've got. I mean, superintendent jobs.
Yeah,
I know people. I know how to train people. I know how to guide people. You know, I've never, you know, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing even when I'm fitting pie. You know, I'm good at it. I got a lot of time and I learned from the best. But it doesn't matter if you're a criminal element. And so now I'm grouped in with the homeless.
Aye.
And I've worked since I was 11. It's crazy. It's crazy. This town is broken, and it's fixing to get a lot worse. These people out here are angry. They feel entitled and never worked a day in their life. But they're going to come knocking on people's doors. They're going to come into these neighborhoods once they feel that they're being denied. Go figure.
Right. I mean, what else do they have to do? I mean, like you said, everyone's turning them away.
Exactly.
And so if everyone was turning me away, if I didn't have the ability to get a steady job, have a normal sleep, I could see versions of me doing similar stuff, you know, like you got to survive. You got to get dinner. You got to get
Dude, these
something.
people are turning animal.
Yeah.
They're doing stuff I literally every day. I mean, in here, there's probably 4 stabbings a week.
Wow.
Just in here.
Yeah.
And literally because
And that's not on the news. No one's reporting that.
nobody's
And this is
supporting
people.
anything
We're
that's
fucking
happening
humans.
in here. And even like these I call them stormtroopers.
Yeah.
They're nothing. I mean, literally, this is a bus station. You can go anywhere in the country. They don't shut bus stations down. They're allowed to be open 24/7. You're in Colorado. These people are cold.
Right.
I mean, it's not like you're sitting on the beach where I'm from. You can be homeless all day long every day, and we take care of our homeless. I mean, they can bathe. They feed them good. They don't just dump a bag of Twinkies in front of them and expect for them to live on that.
Right.
And all of these drugs they're taking, they're out stealing sugar. They're out stealing. It's crazy. It's literally y'all ain't got a clue.
Aye.
This crap, it's a bus station. Why do you need somebody to tell you to come up, walk up to you and tell you you can't sleep?
You can't doze off sitting up. There's nothing wrong with that.
Where are you going to sleep?
It's-
They close this thing from 12 o'clock until 4:30 in the morning. So everybody's scrambling just to keep warm those hours.
And those are the coldest hours when the sun's right before the sun comes up, 4 a.m.
Everybody pours in here and
Yeah.
needs to go to sleep. And
Sure.
everybody waking them up. Disrespected, yelling in their faces. They're talking to another man like you wouldn't talk to a dog.
Right.
These dogs have better lives than the people that Denver itself has displaced. They're not going to care about me. I'm from Miami. But I'm a Gold Star mom. My son was a hero.
Yeah.
Literally. And these tickets that you buy to get on this bus and stuff, you pay for. It ain't like they're walking through here handing people bus passes, but they're yelling at them to get on the next bus in 10 minutes. You know, that bus. Well, they're telling you what bus to take, when to take it, and get out of here. And you got 10 minutes. It's not like they're handing you a ticket and saying, you know, okay, go.
Yeah.
That would be doable. But you're paying for the ticket. You ought to be able to decide the bus you're getting on,
When you want to
where
go.
you're going, and
Yeah.
when you want to go.
What route? Yeah.
See, like me, with I'm still taking cancer treatments, and I gotta wait for them to tell me which direction to go, and I pay for it. Ain't nobody giving me bus passes to get, and that's a regional pass. You get on the train out to the airport just to keep warm. That's $10.50.
Yeah.
It is for me. I pay every night. And when you get out there now, you can't even go in the airport because you're not allowed. You're not allowed to get off the train and get in the airport at all. If you're homeless, they stop everybody at that hour. That I think it's the 12:30 bus.
Okay.
They stop everybody on the platform and say, y'all can't go. Y'all can't go in the bus the airport. And they're doing this thing. They're calling. They have to shift people. So they take all the homeless off the train and they let the workers that are coming in from DIA on. And you've got to wait at least one more train out there in the cold
Yeah.
to come back in. And you've got the ticket. I mean, I've got my 1050 ticket. What makes their ticket
More-
any better than my ticket?
Right.
The stormtroopers, he literally, he's banging on the side of the train and everything, and comes in there and just, y'all gotta go, y'all gotta go, y'all gotta go. Throws everybody off the train, literally, and the train sits there for 20 minutes. He lets the workers from DIA get on it, and we're standing out there, and he's telling us that we have no right to even be on the train. We gotta wait. And then the federal, I got pissed off, so I go in the airport because I'm going to try to find the police and find out why we were removed.
Right.
And nobody,
This is
just us.
Yeah, the
And
human
left
rights
there.
violation.
And literally, he sent two people, literally, there were only two people on the whole train that came back to the city and left us standing there. So I went in the airport looking for police. Well, there's a little cubby there. That guy was sitting in the dark observing all of this, and he never stepped out, which is the federal, I guess, what you would call watching the airport.
Yeah.
I left my stuff sitting there, literally. This is what the police got from my motel room. I was staying in a motel room when I was carjacked. So I got to wag this shit around, and I got stage 4 cancer. So I leave it on the platform, and I go into he goes directly for my stuff and grabs a hold of it. And so when we crossed paths, I didn't see him go towards my stuff. I went in the airport, and then he wouldn't let me have my things. He told me, he said I had abandoned them. He said, how can you prove it's yours? So he had been watching the incident the whole time. Didn't come out and help nobody, but he was going to confiscate my shit. And he says, how can you prove it's yours? Well, he sat there and watched the whole thing, so he knew it was mine.
Right.
It's not like there was any question. And in that suitcase right there, I have the letter in that suitcase from the President of the United States, the condolence letter when my son died in Afghanistan. It's in there. I don't have much else. I mean,
that's your
the
baby.
flag that was on his coffin was in my truck.
Yeah.
You know, and I've done everything right in life, and this is what I get, and crap like that. And every night it's something. It's something, and it depends on who's working here, whether they just make rules as they think them up.
Right.
There's no accountability to nobody. Just like the criminal element at the other spectrum.
Right.
No accountability.
I wanted to observe some of this. I mean, I think people need to see this. I'm no one sees me on YouTube, but I still need to tell the story. Like but like I need to take the.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal. It's brutal. And then once you go bouncing around in these buses and stuff, I mean, I've seen them literally drag people to the ground because they don't have a transfer to come back the other way.
Oh.
You know, and they literally leave them out in the cold somewhere, and it's okay. It's not okay. I saw one night there was a lady on the 15. She was literally going home, and she had no ticket, and they found out that she had no transfer to get from one direction. You can't go different directions apparently. And they literally took her to the ground and put her in those plastic handcuffs, and she was going home to her babies. And all it took was a transfer. That's all she needed.
Right.
You know, and it depends on
The $2.50 or the $4 it was.
Yeah.
Now she can't see her babies.
Yeah.
Now she's treated like
Yeah. And
like
they
an
had
animal.
their foot in her back and literally had her on the ground. And nobody can say anything. It's like they're, you know, the authority here is so broken.
Yeah.
And since the riots, it seems like the police has got this attitude of, you know,
right.
we ain't doing nothing to help nobody.
Right.
You know, don't call us.
They're there to help themselves.
And there's something that we heard last week that they're given the option whether to respond to 911 calls or not. It's not up to the discretion of the dispatcher. It's up to the officer to decide the extremity of the call, whether they're going to respond or not.
When you were a master plumber running your own business and dispatch sent you out, did you I know this is a totally different job, but did you ever turn down jobs that you didn't want? Like, I mean, perhaps, but
I work like a man.
Yeah.
I've had a man's job all my life. For 5 years to become even a journeyman, my arm was a sharpshooter. I was digging into the side of mountains. I was, you know, I could jackhammer. I've done work that men do. Men won't do now.
right.
And I was blessed. I had a blessed life. I've never, you know, my life was nothing but joy. And after my son died, it's just, you know, and it's like nobody hears.
Yeah.
Nobody hears because people are still dying every day for all of this nonsense to go on.
Oh yeah.
You know? And I'm supposed to sit here and wait for what? I can't even get my money out of my bank to buy myself a cup of coffee.
Right.
Because I can't have an identity in Colorado. And the only way I'm going to be able to do this is either get an illegal identity or hop a ride with somebody to get the hell out of this state.
Aye.
That's the only, because other than that, I'm stuck. Oh, they have denied you the right to thrive. Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But who do I get? I mean, the mayor, is the governor going to correct it? Who's responsible for their mistake? And every time that it goes in the DMV, that they list every time I show up, everything's okay, but her fingerprint doesn't match. Our mistake.
Right. And it's an archaic way of getting your fingerprint, and that's the reason why they changed
See,
it.
we're working backwards.
Yeah.
We're working backwards in our society. Not forward, we're going backwards.
Yeah.
So that's it. Hey, dude. Yo. What is what? What? I was fixing to steal it. I know you were.
Aye. Well,
Oh, these people are just, ugh. And like I say, always looking for something that's not theirs.
right.
And I'm at their mercy. So, I don't know. I try to get along with everybody and watch everybody's back, but it doesn't
Well, I mean,
mean anything.
we just saw you watch somebody's back, a complete stranger, you know?
And he was going to steal it. You heard him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to steal it. No doubt.
Yeah.
It's animal out here. It's unreal.
What's your name?
My name's Teresa.
Teresa Orlando. I hope to
Nice
see you
to
out
meet
here.
you.
I hope I
Well-
don't see you, because that means the issue's still going. But I plan on coming back. And
I don't even understand in this pandemic situation why even they moved me from the hospital to the street.
Right.
I don't get that. I know that they've got these COVID motels, for at-risk people and everything.
how more at risk can you be?
And well, I don't want something for
Right.
nothing.
Fair enough.
But I sit here and I'm hungry. I don't want a peanut butter sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry.
Right.
I go without to pay for these bus rides. To get on their buses, to get out of their way for a while,
Right.
to place. Where am I going?
To stay warm. To have a place to sit where people aren't bothering you every 15 seconds.
Where's the advocates?
Yeah.
Where's the advocates with bus passes or motel rooms?
Yeah.
Or like I say, every criminal act ever committed, there's a compensation fee. Where is that money going? Paying their paychecks?
Right.
Because I'm not seeing anything. I've given to charity, and they can't find a motel in Denver, Colorado.
Right.
A kabillion motel rooms out there.
Oh yeah, and I mean, the businesses that are going out of business, hotels that are going out of business because they don't have the business.
And I don't even like the word victim. I don't like that. I'm above that. I will not succumb to that. But Beans is, even my attack was a stranger. They called it a stranger attack. It wasn't a domestic violence. So I can't go be protected off the street. These guys that attacked me for my truck may be out here still.
Yeah.
They may not be. It may have been a professional thing to where they loaded it up and had it in a cargo in no time.
Yeah.
But they may be out here. So you still live in fear. So even trying to sit here and close your eyes to get a minute's of sleep, who's to say they're not going to walk up behind you? But there's no protection whatsoever because it was a stranger attack. I don't know these people. I don't know what they're capable of. I don't know where they're from. I don't know why they took my truck. I know that my truck was a machine. It's not a truck. It's a machine. It's massive. It sat on a lift kit. They didn't even open the door. They pulled me out of the window and beat the hell out of me.
That's awful.
And I never had an abusive father. I never had an abusive situation.
You don't deserve that.
In my life.
Yeah.
My son was a prince. And I come to Colorado and I get the hell beat out of me and it's okay. Where's my truck?
Yeah.
I don't know. But still, I'm not even me. It's crazy. Yeah, everything. My clothes, my jewelry, my whole life, everything.
When did this happen?
Well, I was staying at the motel for 3 months, literally $200 a day,
Yeah.
which was all good. I closed that box and I put my son in the ground, literally. I haven't even been able to grieve or honor my son. I was in the truck. I went directly to the hospital, directly here. And I can't even get home. So, they talk about housing, they talk about all of this kind of stuff. Yeah, right. It's crazy. You're not eating, you're not sleeping, you can't think, you can't.
And it seems like that's the way they want to keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, because they keep things in control like that. So, yeah. Well, I better go upstairs and see if I can find myself a cup of coffee. I can't deal with it. Yeah. But it was a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
Maybe we'll run across each other again. But I'm telling you, dude, there's a story here and it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting because I'm kind of on the sideline, looking in because I don't partake of any of it,
Right.
I've only smoked marijuana for like 2 months, and the only reason I've done that is because I'm out here and the cold, I'm hoping that it'll help the pain. But I can't even tell you what alcohol tastes like. I've never drank. I have to be bonded for every job I've ever done. So I am not anti-system. I am the system. We built this system. And me being 75, I'm not saying it was perfect, or is it perfect, because I've built over 70 jails,
Right.
you know, which is a business. I'm not saying it's perfect, but what I am saying is I don't think we did that bad a job. And I don't think it's for the millenniums to tell us, well, just get out of the way and, you know, do your thing. And, you know,
Right.
things like that. But because, like I say, the work I've done in the world, I'm proud of.
Right.
I work like a man. I never had a woman's job. I was my father's son, and this is what I get for it. So go figure. But let me go find me a cup of coffee, and we'll meet again.
For sure. Have a good day.
You too, darling.
He just left my shit. Last time I talked to him, I know it took a while.
Hi.
So it's a real picture. What happened was somebody got jumped. They had their Nike stolen, and they were denied access to the bus. But they wanted to pay for it to get home.
I'm really kind of surprised I have about 1,000.
Nobody is back home. Where's the rap? Well, we were back.
I'm not proud of this, but on my way here, I was pulled over by an officer. I may have to, a finger may have been erect. I made no eye contact. I was listening to the Q band.
Hey, you got pulled over and flipping up a cop?
Oh yeah, dude, you can't.
That may have incited it. Because of my privilege, I only received a leveling violation. It was over on 18th Street, like just before Washington. And I'm not too familiar with this area. It's a double left lane, 2 police officers going straight looking at the only intersection.
Could you all come up with a chant for what's happening?
Up to the people, down the system. 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 Up to the people, down the system.
Survival. And you can do like survival. And you can, it's not a crime. Survival!
It's not a crime.
Survival!
It's not a crime.
Survival!
It's not a crime.
Survival!
It's not a crime.
Survival!
It's not a crime.
Survival!
It's not a crime.
Survival!
It's not a crime.
Survival!
It's not a crime.
Survival!
It's not a crime.
Survival!
It's not a crime.
Survival!
It's
exactly what I got. You got 2 hours and parking cars.
Neither, neither.
How did you feel help? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's too much evidence. I'm gonna keep it behind. Because I ain't scared of it and I go to water. I got the help. I got the most off here. Bring them in. It's a hot.
My major, I know what I'm doing.
It's not a crime.
It's not a crime. Sleeping! It's not a crime.
It's common sense.
All right. What's your name? You say human. Human. Rights. 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 Human. Rights.
Native Lives Matter.
Yeah, we do that one. And we do that one.
Native lives matter. 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 Black 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 lives matter.
All lives matter.
All lives matter.
I'm with you, Bill.
All lives matter.
Do you mind if I you hand me a pamphlet? Do you mind if I grab one of those pamphlets? Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. This goes over some of the fares here at RTD Union Station. That's cool.
Why don't look up Rule 42 as well?
All right.
The code of conduct.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just some information about fees and stuff. Yeah. Not exactly what I was looking for, but
Look at those sexy gams.
this is for you, Eric. There we had cut the plastic, a good friend of ours. He was notating that I'm barefoot here at the RTD Union Station. My shoes are right over there because apparently you're not allowed to have shoes in their policy. But I don't know why I'm allowed to be barefoot here. All right, how are you today, bud?
All right, thank you.
That criminalize Extend these laws. Continue to find workable solutions to house the poor. We have 62,000 units of available housing.
I even trimmed my nails yesterday.
That one's for Eric Brown.
You condemned us all to death! You American pigs! You all deserve to die!
Not that.
Americans are the enemy!
No, you know what you do?
So if you want to know that shit happened, me either. But that's the point also. That's a crime technically. It's a violation of the code of conduct.
It's a crime.
It is a crime.
We're on the train right here, they're messing with our people on the outside. Are they right now?
Right now they are.
Cool.
The best way is to come down on a regular basis with a camera and just watch it happen.
Yeah.
I've got days worth of footage.
Do you usually do like live videos?
Yeah, I haven't been on YouTube for a while because it hasn't been on my phone. Yeah, because I'm a hard person. So I don't take the train downtown. So I don't see it as often. But it very much used to be going home. I'd come, from downtown, come to the video, crack going on. There's a half hour before I can get out of that train. I don't hear what we were doing.
Everyone's seen a different thing.
We did send a present.
Looks like A lot of the staff has left. The security guards, at least the west side, seems clear.
Really? The first president was white? Or not black? The first president, the first sitting president for the United States was black. Is that
Union Station. Hello. You see our unhoused friends are outside now, sleeping. Some of them. Wild. Oh, cool. Yeah. Here are the public restrooms at Union Station. Looks like only 2 people are permitted to use the restroom at a time. Makes sense. Want to make sure people are socially distancing while they're. If you're just joining us, today we are standing, sitting in, lying down for human rights. RTD wants to change some of their policy to prohibit people from eating, drinking, sitting on the floors, making rules arbitrary as you have to have shoes on to be in the facility or to ride a light rail station. What happens if you don't have any shoes? You need to get home, you need to get somewhere. Maybe you don't have shoes, you need to go test for a UA. Or you have a court date and they won't let you on the bus. And this is reasons why you have a warrant out for your arrest, because something so silly is preventing you to get what needs to be done. You guys are right to flip this off. I love that. That's my favorite finger.
Maybe different times every time. So
I just went over there about having coffee and they wouldn't take my cash
Yeah.
because I'm homeless.
Right.
Wait, what?
They wouldn't take my money. They said you gotta have a credit card. I said, well, all those are jacked.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take my money for coffee.
Yeah, I'll get you a cup of coffee. Where is this?
Right upstairs,
Yeah.
across there.
Is there another coffee place
Seriously.
closer? Because I want to.
It's upstairs. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's,
They don't take cash.
All right.
You gotta have a card.
That's ridiculous.
Well, your individuals.
It's
in
against-
your
it's against
town
the law, actually.
Took my credit card.
Like they can't turn down legal tender.
Oh, Kenneth, yes, you're right.
So who are you not with?
We're with various
I would
entities and
love to follow
organizations.
up on this because, dude, literally, a federal agent out at the airport, literally, you know, I could have had, like that story I was telling you, I could have had a bomb on my suitcase. but he wanted to take my suitcase. You know what I'm saying? I could have been a terrorist. I could have blown that whole damn airport
Yeah.
up.
They didn't care.
Yeah, they wouldn't take cash.
Yeah, we'll definitely go up there and we'll. Yeah. Where's the closest ATM? Do you know by chance?
I think there's one inside the Crawford Hotel.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah, stay tuned. We might be visiting a coffee joint here in a moment. Let me touch base with Cut real quick.
Like coat on with different colors. Okay, some of us are gonna go get some food if anybody wants to come with us.
I'm Tess. It's so weird.
Well, I'm a person.
I need to meet people in real life.
I don't have my cards
I
on.
do. So
But I'm cooked with
Hi, Diane. Yes. Nice to meet you. This is David. This is Diane. Tanya. These are
Hi.
Who is that?
Oh, just cash.
Oh, it's a meeting. It's a meeting at 9 o'clock actually about the ongoing message to the mayor campaign.
is there any place
Yes.
You have a message to the mayor meeting.
Yeah, we do have a message to the mayor meeting. Yes, at 9 o'clock.
So you're with the United States Theater?
Yes, with Alex Abolitionist, and we have a meeting to continue this work even after
anything like that,
Alex
like a
Abolitionist
diet.
education campaign. Continuing this work and continuing to process
Emergency notification. It's an emergency. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, RTD has changed the 2-hour code of conduct policy of our bus facilities. In the interest of public health and safety, there's a 10-minute allotment in the boarding areas. Please board the first available bus to your destination, or you'll be asked to leave the facility. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding as we take these steps to prevent the spread of the virus. Interesting.
We got some fencing invoices that are like for $33,000 just for fencing and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous.
No, the report is amazing.
It is.
Is that tonight? That's
No,
tonight.
February 12th.
Oh, is that February 12th?
February 12th.
Oh,
Yeah.
something else is tonight.
We need a little bit more time.
Wait, what day of the week is it?
Tonight is.
Today is Wednesday.
Brian, do you know anywhere close by that's open now where we could get food if everyone wants to go get
I would
breakfast?
suggest that Snooze upstairs is open
I was
in
about
the
to say,
station.
Snooze.
If you wanted to participate with that, that's,
Right.
whoa.
I mean, they used
It
to
landed
be
good.
anti-homeless. We know
Yeah, that's why I
that.
wouldn't eat there.
Until they were forced
But I
to.
hear that they just denied somebody coffee because they only had cash. Was that Snooze?
I don't know. I'm gonna go up
I
there.
like to support snooze.
Yeah.
Go up there with cash for
legal
coffee.
tender?
That's kind of what's gonna happen.
That's illegal.
Yeah, it's against the law. Like you can't turn down legal tender. Like
You're
Yeah,
operating
no, you
business.
can't. I
Yeah.
had like 51% of the bill one time. This lady's like, I'm not taking that. I'm like, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I'm worth 50% of it.
I used to work for Apple, and like they got big heat because originally when they were selling iPhones, they weren't doing
Right.
cash. They were doing
Really?
card. Yeah, they got big trouble.
So where did you hear that, Brian? That somebody?
No.
Yeah, a lady just came up and
Oh,
talked to
okay.
us. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to support snooze.
Yeah.
I mean, they only changed their position because they were in a bad route.
Right. You don't.
So
you,
they didn't do it out of any sincerity.
or any
to not
awakening.
fucking-
Yeah. They don't want people to talk shit to them, and that's why.
No,
And that's
they
not a
actually
reason.
Came out because of Janet. Janet Madsen, the woman that was over there. It was Occupy Denver and Boycott the Urban Camping Ban's campaign
Right.
that she got them to come out against it. Only because she was outside their business every Sunday.
Okay,
Wow.
I remember that. I was
Yeah.
living in Boulder with my parents.
So,
But awesome.
Text you back.
okay, I want to know more about
Okay, well,
We're gonna do a press conference.
My name is Mike.
Tanya?
Crasher Randall.
Huh?
My name is Randall.
And who are you?
I'm with myself, just reporting this stuff.
I
So.
have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, Crash Landon, like Landon.
I've seen that.
Awesome.
And
Thank
who
you.
are you with?
I'm with myself. I'm
Crash
just here to
Landon.
report, but I'm on YouTube.
Crash.
This
Crash
is
Landon.
I've never met you before.
Pleasure to meet you.
I am
Hi.
Asher Crown from Capitol Hill Outreach Minute.
Awesome.
Is there
Pleasure to
And are
meet
you
you.
on Twitter?
I am not. I'm
What's your
not.
YouTube channel?
Crash Landon, Landon.
Crash Landon?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, are you neutral or Antifa or?
I'm anti-fascist, most definitely.
Okay, cool.
I'm an activist and I'm a journalist, and
Okay, awesome.
I think.
Sometimes we get the chuds out here too, and you can't tell the difference.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
I'm
for
like,
sure.
Who are you with?
No, yeah, I definitely am not.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, and we'll subscribe to your show.
Awesome, pleasure. Yeah, I hope to see you soon.
Oh, you have no shoes.
Yeah, like, I'm waiting to get in trouble, but my privilege is allowing me to walk around with
Oh,
no
okay.
shoes.
I was wondering if you were in need of shoes.
No, they're in my backpack.
Yeah, we also had
Exactly.
like we had a bunch of stuff to turn in by today.
Gotcha. So I
Does anybody want to find food? I don't know where to go.
I have
I
a
can't
meter
think-
that I fed,
Huh?
and I fed a meter because I didn't have time to
Oh, me too.
get down to my bus. So I gotta attend to that.
We could all meet somewhere.
But
What's open for breakfast?
I really want to be like able to sit
I
down
can think
and
of
get
anywhere that's
in
open for
connected,
breakfast.
Because like in my professional
There are
game,
places.
when
I
I'm
know there
working
are
on
on 16th Street Mall.
waste reduction,
Who's open for breakfast on the mall?
so that we're not feeding the
Yeah, or
trash.
something.
Well, there is
That's sustainable.
It used to be kind of.
The general.
Denver used to be awesome until the pandemic happened. And then
Oh yeah, a bunch of steps
the
back.
injustice just quadrupled. And
This is just one of
Yeah, it's
I refuse to give
bonkers.
up on this city, though. We were like, let's move somewhere else. We were considering it, and I'm like, no, let's stay and fight for our city and fight for the people here.
Well, and like these summers like really showed me that Denver wants to change.
Yes.
Like Colorado wants to change, and it needs to change, and we're in the process of doing it. It just we have to fight.
People just need a little kick in the ass, you know?
Yeah.
And we do this because we want people to understand that anarchists and Antifa, we're not all about burning shit to the ground. We're about peaceful action.
We prefer
too.
not to burn shit to the ground.
We prefer not to burn shit to the
Yeah,
ground
yeah.
and break things. You know, but we want to show people that nonviolent action works.
But I think, however, it is fair to do sorts of property damage when that's the only thing that gets attention to these human
Exactly,
rights
because
violations.
those people have insurance and they're going to get a big fat check and they could probably use it during the pandemic.
I mean, we saw throughout the summers people were bitching about the damage that was done to the Capitol, but not across the street when we moved our unhoused folks from camping in our state yard.
I know.
It's insane. It's
That Denver City Council, the fascist mayor and the fascist governor have their priorities in the wrong line, and they need to fix it immediately because human life is on the line here.
yeah.
And they should be ashamed of themselves for sitting in their overpriced chairs every day instead of being out here crafting solutions for the people, solutions for the houseless, solutions for the minorities, solutions for those that are most in need. And if they won't do it, we will.
yeah, and that's more important than reliefing the gold dome or whatever.
Exactly.
Like all this.
If we took the gold off the dome, we could buy housing for the entire state and house every unhoused person.
We use the marble
In
of the
the
buildings that
state.
we don't like the judicial buildings that we don't use anymore. Like
Yes.
we sell that marble, we can.
There's
Yeah.
so many ways to take items that the city is not using anymore, use wealth redistribution tactics, and funnel the money into special funds for helping the unhoused and the disadvantaged. Did they ever think about that? No. Let's go paint some trees blue and put some lights up for the rich people in Larimer Square.
Right.
Well, fuck everybody else. They can starve.
Yeah, let's sweep them in the alleys because we don't want them in the streets. Absolutely. It's
Nice to meet you.
likewise.
They didn't accept her cash.
Okay, does
Yeah.
anybody,
Legal tender?
if anybody
Yes,
wants to
yeah.
join us,
Are you kidding me?
So I think Kat and I are going to go upstairs and figure some of that out.
Yeah,
see
I
why.
want to see about that too.
Yeah, I don't have any cash, so I need to hit an ATM. But
Dave, do you have any cash on you?
I don't.
So, but hey, folks, I want to call attention to the fact that there's a yellow hat in the room,
Huh?
and for them to leave, we would have to.
What, I didn't hear.
The yellow hat, for us to leave, they would have to, or for
Oh,
them
okay.
to leave, we need to go.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh, sure. Rolls. Forget.
Right? You got to know how it works.
Yeah.
So as you can see, even after we leave, there's going to be people with duct tape on their shoes sleeping. That's survival. Art. Did you get that coffee yet, ma'am? Did you get that
Sorry,
coffee?
madam.
Are you
As
generally
you
here?
can see.
Are you generally here during the day? I'll come down tomorrow with you.
I have bone cancer. I can't walk. Do I?
Do you need something?
Big bag of life. Or my life. Just bring my life back. I don't give a damn about Colorado, but just mine. You know?
Where are your people?
Buried.
To
Any family
sit on the
anywhere we
ground.
can send you to?
I wish.
You have nowhere that I could buy a bus ticket
I
for you?
wish. Girl, they told me I can't even get on. I'm thinking about going out to the truck stop and just hide,
Because,
get
you know, people with privilege.
ride.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah,
Where is
but
home?
I still can't touch my money.
Where is home?
Florida, Miami.
Miami?
Well, the resolution is
All right,
that
let
we
me see
get
what I
to
can do.
start exposing this.
Remind me of your name again.
Right?
Teresa.
That There's people
I'm
watching
not-
live.
Girl,
on
a
YouTube
room,
channels.
anything. The district attorney called me and told me my
So it's getting out
check
in
was
the news.
2 hours in my, after Congress voted it in, it was in my bank account. They know all my money's there, but they can't get my money to help me. I'm not asking, yeah, it's my money though. Yeah. But my whole bank accounts, girl, my retirement, my social security, I can't even get my social security card because they're keeping me from my identity. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we can do about this. You on the phone?
No, they jacked that too. I couldn't even get a cup of coffee. What
Yeah, we're going upstairs right now about that. Yeah.
With cash money. We're not taking cash.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you
You have a
fucking
pen?
kidding me?
I do not.
A pen?
I don't. I'm
Every
sorry.
time I loan a pen out, it
I do.
walks
Me
away.
too.
Oh, sure.
Oh wait, I got one. And a notepad.
But where are y'all gonna put this on the internet? Y'all putting this on YouTube?
It'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube right now, but no one subscribes to me, so it's not like a lot of people are going to see it. However, I think people need to see some of this.
That's pretty good how we start laughing.
I think
Aye.
if they would just listen to the truth, they
Absolutely.
keep covering over the truth about homelessness, and that they're creating it. They're
Yeah.
creating it.
Call me tomorrow.
I mean, I could be y'all's grandmother, let alone your mother.
I've been taking care of you.
Shit. Yeah, girl, look.
And that's the problem.
I mean, how much longer am I supposed to, suffer?
How old are you again?
75.
75.
That's a struggle.
All right, let me
So
see what I
there's
can do.
medics.
Don't lose that.
There's
But if you
And nobody loans their phones anymore. You do know that.
I'm sure that if they have the phone that's down the street and they have the phone that's
there's something else.
I don't go to them places. Girl, I still got 6 broken ribs. Why would I go, look for more torment? There's
Edward.
torment in here. All this heroin and all this crap they're doing here. It's just,
It's less torment than what you see in the dating.
yeah.
I understand. I went
Because
through
I
that
can get up and I can walk away a little bit, but still, you can't sleep. There's no place to sleep but on the train. And when they've got one officer on the train, you're still not safe.
Yeah.
What camp are you sleeping in now?
The camp at the bus stop. Yeah.
Okay.
Where they run you out.
Let me see what I can do.
Bus passes, something. Because when they run you out, and since you guys have been here, I hadn't heard them yell at anybody.
No, because they're not going to.
Because they didn't hear the camera.
They talk to people like they're dogs.
Right.
And it disgusts me that one man can talk to another man with such disdain only because they have a 10 badge on.
I know.
You know, and they're getting a paycheck.
I know.
We just need to have people down here patrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, time for community.
Hey,
I'm gonna go get you coffee,
Get me
okay?
a mini cam and I'll record everything.
We wanna see it.
Believe me, I record all the smoke in here. Everything. I take it all in. I mean, I'm responsible. Why am I here?
Yeah.
You know, that's
You welcome
Look at my hair. I need to wash my hair. You can't even do that in their bathroom because that's called grooming. And they can bar you for doing that if they catch you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not like it shouldn't be real. I'm so sorry.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. And not only that, there's always exceptions to the rules, but they don't see them.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I told them, how the hell am I going to go cart this thing around to pacify you to get out of here for 10 minutes when I can't walk?
Right.
What do you want me to do?
And it doesn't do anything. Like you leaving for 10 minutes doesn't do shit. Because you're coming back down here because you need a place to stay. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And you believe me, for me to be 75 and always had it since I'm 17, it's hard to ask for help. It's very humbling, you know, and all I can do this is with prayer. That's all I can do because I don't ask for free stuff. I don't stand in the rags that literally they put me out of the hospital in. It wasn't my clothes,
Right.
you know, and it wasn't enough to keep me warm. Where am I supposed to go? You know? Makes no sense. None. It's broken. It's real broken, but they intend it to be broken because I really think they're trying to do away with this politics. You know, and like I say, they group me right in there with them. I stand out more than somebody who just.
Well, we'll definitely. I mean, the people that were over here sitting down.
Attorney to call. How about that?
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
I need a call from the district attorney, like real quick. They don't come down here looking for me.
Oh no, they don't really care. The DA's
I
fucked
just
here.
can't understand why they can't use my money. I'm so dumbfounded by it. I'm not asking nobody to take care of me. But dude, I really need a friend. I can't do this. I mean, I am the most vulnerable populace out there. I should have gotten the vaccine first with my cancer and everything.
Yeah.
It's safer for me to take chemo and radiation and be out here. Does that make sense? And literally, I'm throwing up blood. I'm not eating. I'm not taking care of myself. You can't. You're just surviving. Look at me. I am filthy. I'm 75 years old. How can you do this to your wisdom?
Right.
I'm not saying I'm all that smart, but even in the Bible, the tribes, where do you go to for wisdom? You go to your elders. I am an elder. I'm not going to be thrown out of the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I educated myself. Always picking up on education. I'm not a dumbass.
Oh yeah. I mean, like your accolades. You did the hard work. You did the hard work, and you got it. Yeah.
I've left my mark.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. I'm more than proud. And I'm not better than nobody here.
Right.
I'm better than nobody. Everybody needs a place to go.
Absolutely.
If they want to come out here and crack their heads off, they can. But they need a place to go. And you have housing in this town.
Oh yeah.
Since the pandemic, $12 billion brought into the state. Are you really kidding me? And they don't even have a motel.
Yeah.
And literally the pandemic, you know who they've got in those pandemic hotels? That Stout, you got to go down there through Stout. You've got to go through, and just like her, what the hell have you helped me? What have you helped me with? You come by and you ask me how I'm doing. I'm not doing good.
Yeah.
I'm vulnerable. I just need to be out of this. In those motels, literally they stabbed a police officer. They have criminals up in there. They're getting their crazy checks. They smoke them up by the 4th, and they're literally doing it in your pandemic safe places. I don't want to be in the middle of that either. That's like being down at St. Francis.
Oh yeah.
I can't see camping out in a day shelter all day long, you know, and literally this is my chair. This is, you know, this is what I do. I wait for all the free things to come by, and they never have enough. But it doesn't get to the people that need, the people that really need, and people with kids too.
Oh yeah.
And even this shit, we don't take cash. Are you kidding me?
Right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go upstairs and we're gonna learn why they're not taking cash.
And these guys literally, they in here, they ripping off Whole Foods, they're all around.
Yeah.
But why should I suffer for that? I still need to eat. I want a cup of coffee every morning.
Well, I mean, like, for fuck's sake, even if you are the person who's still and selling drugs, like, you still deserve a fucking place to sleep and a place and food to eat. Like, those are human rights. Like,
Absolutely.
like that's it.
Absolutely. And like I say, dude, they're creating this anger and it's festering. These guys
Yeah.
are about to explode. They're exploding on each other right now, but it's going to change. And just like since y'all guys are here, just like that little bitch down there, and God help me, because I'm not disrespectful to people. She's a bully. They literally bully people. You know, they pick people out that literally they don't let up. And it's a psychological warfare too, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing drugs. I can't imagine if I was doing drugs like they hurt the people that are doing drugs. I can't imagine.
Oh yeah.
Because it pisses me off so bad, I wanted to knock her out, literally. And there are exceptions to the rule. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? I'm not going down to St. Francis. I'm not going to Samaritan because I've seen women abuse women, and I'm not going to put myself in that.
Right.
That's not me. That's not in my spirit, and I'm not going to be, because I was put in this situation at their mercy. I told them, I said, I'm going to be here. And she don't like it. Boy, every time she comes through, she spits on me and just vile. You
Yeah.
know, you got to go. You got to do. I ain't got a bus ticket. Where am I going to go?
Right.
Bus tickets cost money too. And do you know that the street outreach, which is St. Francis, has only been down since I've been here one time. I've seen them one time. There's no follow through.
Yeah.
They get their paychecks. You cannot be street outreach and not have sleeping bags, not have thermals, not have dry socks, water, coffee. That would be nice.
Right.
In Florida, my father took coffee out to homeless people in Florida. But see, you don't see the little cowards. They're nowhere to be found since you guys got here. Nowhere.
Oh no, that's the ridiculous part. I mean, I took off my shoes because I'm supposed to be getting kicked out of here if I don't have shoes on, but they walk past me because I have a camera. Like, it's...
And they're not kicking you out.
They're not kicking me out. And like that's the shit. That's the shit. Like, I need to show online. I need to show everyone else like that they treat me differently because they see me once in like, they don't fucking treat anyone differently is the thing. They shouldn't be treating anyone differently. Everyone should be treated the same and respectfully, because that's their goddamn job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I talked to a supervisor the other day, and I told him, I said, you know, I'm a plumber, and literally I work for the gas company. You're a public servant any way you want to look at it. You can handle yourself with a professionalism or a cordium. Literally talk to people. You don't kind of scream at them and disrespect them and literally cut them off at the knees. Talk to people. Like her, she would come up and just scream in my face.
Yeah.
I told her, I said, I'm 75 years old.
Right.
I ran my own company. I've never been sued. I've never had a lawsuit. I've always had people waiting for my services because they knew how professional we were. You're a professional. Handle yourself that way.
For sure.
I mean, how big a deal is that? Because there's no accountability, and it depends on when they're by themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're even worse.
Oh yeah, I know, for
They're
sure.
even worse because they come at you one-on-one, and they scream at you, and you can't even talk. You know, they won't even listen to you.
They don't want
talking.
to hear what you have to say.
This one officer, I was in the hospital for 2 days, and literally ran into one of the RTD ladies coming in at 6:30 in the evening. He came up to me and I was here 5 minutes screaming his guts out, telling me, I've been watching you on camera for the last 2 days, camped down here. I said, dude, you know, and I couldn't even respond. He wouldn't even let me tell him, listen, we ate downtown. I had receipts, literally, for the time that we were downtown. For the time that I was at the hospital, I had my pass to even get in the hospital. You cannot tell me I've been sitting here, but I couldn't even talk to him. He just screamed at me, telling me I've got 3 minutes to get out of here. The train leaves in 3 minutes. I got bone cancer. I can't walk. I've got all this crap. Do you really think I could gather this stuff up and get to a train in 3 minutes?
Right.
But he's telling me I'm gonna. Well, I'll call the police. And he kept spitting on me and told me, I'll call the police. And literally spitting on me. I told him, I said, call the police. I'm not afraid of you. But see, that's what, they use this fear tactic of these guys that have records and are running and...
For sure.
The threat.
The smallest shit. And
Oh, dude, like I say. I could write a
stupid
book.
security.
I could write a book. But, I mean, one just walked by you.
Right. No, for sure. He just looked at me and said something on his radio, but didn't do shit. And I've been here for an hour and 10 minutes now. Like, it's
Barefoot.
yeah. No, for sure.
And these are a farce. Literally. I'm not saying they don't work, but is there a pandemic? I've not met anybody. I've not met anybody. And they put me, the most vulnerable, out here like it don't make a damn. So is there a pandemic?
Right. If the government cares, I can see where you're coming from. Right.
Is there? Do you know anybody that's had COVID?
My grandma and my
You
brother.
do know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
For sure.
I mean, it's not good to hear.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry,
you're
that-
right.
that went wrong.
Well, no, my grandma lived through it too. Like, she was in the hospital for 3 weeks, but like,
I love her. But
Yeah.
see, even the elder, they're isolating them into depressions that they can't even pull themselves out of.
Oh, yeah.
You think this is fun? That's what I've been trying to tell them. You think anybody here loves sleeping in these damn things?
no.
Or being exposed to all of the crack smoke and everything else? You think it's fun? It's not fun.
We know that isolation causes like depression. Isolation causes mental illness.
Exactly.
And so we isolate our elderly. We isolate. I mean, the whole nation's been somewhat isolated for the last year. Like,
That's
it's
how I've been since my son died. Alone.
Mm.
Alone. And it's an isolation.
Aye.
It's an isolation. That's all it is. And they don't care. And I've been even, you know, since I've even came to the state of Colorado, I've been begging for mental health.
Yeah.
Just to try to deal with the grief that I haven't even dealt with.
Right.
And you know what they told me? When I'm secure somewhere and they can set up appointments that they know I'm going to keep and blah, blah, blah. And I'm screaming, listen, my soul is dying. My soul is dying. My mind is overtaken. The joy.
And
There's no
you know what
joy
would
anymore.
help half these people be secure?
Plus fear.
Mental health. Like, because if I treat what's going on in my head, what's going on in your head,
I can't get it.
yeah,
And dude,
then
I
we could
got
stand up on our
raped.
feet
I
afterwards.
got raped down here.
Gosh.
I got raped down here. And another woman to tell you it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Literally. Literally. And then they didn't even do a rape kit at the hospital until 5 days later. And then when they did the rape kit and everything, who was it? Oh, the police. The police was the ones that was telling me that it wasn't any good because they waited so long. But it was the police's fault that it wasn't done immediately and me taken to the hospital right then. And then once again, obviously,
Yeah. Because our peace officers treat homeless people or unhoused folk like they don't have anything they say is bullshit, and that's not what I believe. Like, it's fucked up. It's Teresa.
I mean, two of
yeah.
them staring at you down there, but they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing a damn thing. Oh, there's 3 down there. And 4. Honestly, with cameras down, I have not heard one scream.
That means we need to be down here more.
Like I say, I call them stormtroopers. And I'm embarrassed. I'm totally embarrassed that many of them are military. I'm ashamed if they are military, getting away with what they're getting away with.
Right.
These are Americans. These are not These are not people from overseas. These are not illegal aliens. And do you know one thing else I found out? That these damn churches are taking in people that are felons. There's a church over at Boulder took in two women that are felons. They've had them under their roof for 9 years. Those 2 women have got pregnant twice under the care of the churches over there, and they're felons, keeping them away from ICE.
Right.
I'm an American. Take care of me. Hell, I'll live in a church pew in the New York Minute to be safe.
Sure.
See, that's how the system's so damn broken. We're idiots. We can't even take care of our own.
Oh no, there's so many people that are dropped.
And you know what legal aid told me? Legal aid told me that they're handling illegal immigration. That's what they're handling for the next 3 years. Look around. I guarantee you, I predict in the next 10 years, the Spanish will, the Latin will take over Denver. You won't see white people in Denver anymore.
Right.
You won't. Because they work as a group. You can't get 2 white people on the same page to try to get an effort done. Doesn't matter. You're American, what the hell? You can't even have a cup of coffee. Oh, and another thing in here, you can't eat in here now.
That's actually why the group of people came down today, is the you can't sit, you can't drink or eat in here policy. So they wanted to do a sit-in to challenge that.
Yeah.
And again, you saw not one of them got harassed at all. Not one of us got harassed at all. Yeah, it's Miss Teresa. I'm
And I tell you
sorry.
what, Denver's nothing like it used to be. Nothing. I came because when I worked on Corseville, I felt safe. It just seemed like people were so mellow. It was a mellow surroundings. But now it's just everything is just go, 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 money, 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 money. All these buildings and stuff. And look who's building them. Damn sure ain't us. Damn sure ain't us. And these son of bitches can't even read a tape measure. Give it 10 years. All of this utopia you guys are building up is gonna fall down. When we did Coors they had to remove the soil for 3 years in order to replace that soil and make it healthy for a baseball field. All of this stuff that was coming down from Rocky Flats and Commerce City and all of the toxins, do you think all of this stuff they're building up 28th and 38th all the way up to the new, not Lodo, the new, that ground is contaminated.
Sure.
They're not replacing none of that. All of these millennials are buying their dream on cancer-ridden soil. You think they're going to be sick in a few years? That's what Denver's doing to y'all. I don't know. I've even wondered if I had a home, if I buy me a home, will I be, and dig myself into being a resident, will I be safe? Will I be happy? I don't know. Will I even want to be a part of this community? I don't know. I don't know. Too many crazy things in this damn state. Too many. And we're not perfect. Where I'm from, we got the cartel. But factions literally keep to themselves, and we're all happy. All different colors, all different blends. That's what the Lord meant diversity to be. That's the glory in diversity, is the differences, not the likes. You know, you learn from different things people are. And that's the beauty of it. But here, it's just, dude, I've never heard racism until I got here. I'm from the South. I ain't saying I had heard of it, but I'd never lived it. I don't even see color. And now, all of your people want to tear stuff up. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I'm nothing. I'm nothing. And you know, the glorious part, what makes my day, is when somebody just sees me. You don't have to do anything, just see me.
Yeah.
And acknowledge that I'm here. That means a lot to me.
For sure.
Y'all put it out there. I guarantee you. Somebody just dumb down, sit right in here with them, and you'll see.
Yeah,
You'll see.
I will. You will see me down here, and
And they don't need to know that you're recording or that you're doing any.
oh no, for sure.
Dude, there's a hell of this story here.
No.
I mean,
And I can go live as soon as they want to talk to me.
Yep.
No, absolutely. Miss Teresa, I gotta go.
God bless. It was,
Pleasure. Yeah,
it was a blessing just meeting you.
for sure. I hope to see you again.
It just shows what a farce this stuff is. It just breaks my heart. I just wish I could beam up to another planet.
Bye.
Feel no part of this. No part.
Well, if you can today, today's supposed to be 63 degrees outside. Hopefully you can get some sun.
Yeah, I'll take my sleeping bag out there and try to go to sleep somewhere.
Bye.
Yeah. I'm telling you, fear keeps you in a lot of stupid places. Thank y'all for coming, and like I said,
Yeah.
please don't forget. Don't let it go.
No,
Please.
I can't forget. All right, I'll see you again.
Appreciate you.
Likewise. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be in here without shoes.
Oh, where does it say that? I don't.
Yeah, you can't be in here without shoes on.
Is that a policy?
Yes.
Could you show me that policy?
Huh?
Could you show me where that's written?
Yeah, I can.
All right.
But you can't be in here barefoot.
Okay, I want to see that.
Just like any restaurant, because they serve food in here. No
There-
shoes, no
yeah.
shoes, no service.
I'm just asking to see that policy, and I'll gladly adhere to that policy once you show me that. I don't see it written on the doors. Oh, it's one of those policies you got to know better.
People don't walk around in public and into buildings and businesses barefoot.
What happens if they don't have shoes?
Then you can't come in.
I've stepped in dog shit in my shoes. I've stepped in human blood in these shoes. I washed my feet this morning. So it's more sanitary for me to track dog shit. It's more sanitary for me to track dog shit in here.
Okay, leave. Out.
Why?
You're going to start screaming and calling.
You're talking over me. I need to talk over you.
Sir, you need to leave the building. Leave the building.
You're asking me to leave?
I was being polite to you.
You weren't being
Leave the
polite to me.
building.
You're talking like this. You're talking behind me.
I was getting the policy for you.
I would love to see that. Cool.
And just to let you know, you're on private property right now.
Union Station was private, it's not public owned?
Yeah, this is a hotel.
Okay.
Public Union Station's out back. There's all the rules and policies of this building.
Of
So
this
head
one,
on
but
it.
not that one?
That one has nothing to do with us.
Okay, just making sure.
All right.
Have a good day.
Yep.
Occupying more than one seat, lying, sleeping, or standing on benches, chairs, or furniture, placing feet or luggage and fixtures, moving any furniture, unplugged lamps, use of obscene language, gestures, making unreasonable noises, including playing music, impairing pedestrian vehicle movement, use of skateboard, bicycle, skate, shoes, recreational scooters or small devices. I'm reading this. I haven't gotten to the place where I can't. Well, you said you were going to show me, and you just gave me a card, and I haven't seen that yet.
It's in there on both sides.
I'm working on. I'm getting there.
You're barefoot, you need to head
Well, until
out
I see the
building.
policy, I'm not going to go leave. Endangering the safety of others, engaging, fighting, threatening, wearing masks or makeup. So you can't wear masks in here? Okay. It says I can't wear masks. Having food. It says where it's on here, it says I can't wear masks, so I don't want to break the law. All right, and number 18 right here. So next time somebody asks you what rule, it's number 18.
All right, that's fine.
All right, thank you for joining me, whoever's still streaming with me. My name is Crash, and today we're at Union Station. We did a sit-in, or we observed a sit-in. I didn't do much of the sitting. RGD wanted to update some of their policies to make it prohibitable, if you will, to sit, lie down on the floor, eat food inside of Union Station or on the buses, or drink a beverage without a closed container. We're trying to figure out who that exactly targets, and we think it's probably our homeless folk. So that's why today we sat in. Another one of their policies, you must wear a shirt, shoes, pants. But they chose to let me not wear shoes today. My privilege allowed me to walk where I'm barefoot. I did go into Union Station Hotel, and they were very adamant that I put on shoes. The security guard wasn't helpful at all to show me where. I had to find out myself. So, kind of an interesting morning. So, yeah. More than likely, we're going to head back towards the car, and this is the end of my stream. Thank you for joining me today. I want to wish everyone who did attend and who's watching later on a happy Fuck the Cops Day.